She has obviously been intimidated.
Or tempted. Early parole is an effective lure.
Mrs. Reynolds, the only indication that a rape had occurred was Wilkinson's statement. She's now withdrawn that and alleged the attempted compromise of Governor Craven, a compromise in which she says you were involved. Now, that is evidence.
Coerced.
Perhaps. But until we verify that, I must relieve you of your duties as Governor of Wentworth. Mr. Craven will replace you in the capacity of acting governor.
Craven, I have been watching this desk for far too long to have you park yourself behind it. Now, if I am not acting governor of Wentworth Prison before this afternoon is out, I change my testimony.
You try it and I'll drag you down with me.
You've already dragged me down far enough. I wouldn't bother with any more unpacking either. I've got a feeling you're just passing through.
I'll tell you what, how about I be your first best friend and you be my second best friend?
Yeah, that would be great.
And we could have secret pacts and special handshakes and everything.
Yeah, we could pretend all your other friends are here. I do it all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Mel, could you please stay with me just for a while?
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy being a governor without a prison, but I'm perfectly happy to share this one with you.
Sorry, Craven. You lost Blackmore, and while you're here, you'll answer to me the same as everyone else. Now get out of my chair.
What's going on, Mrs. Morris? You'll find out. Just get in there and be quiet. Well, you could give us a clue. Hey, Mrs. Pringle, is it true what Kath said? She reckons Craven's the governor.
How does she know? In that case, you better call him Mr. Craven.
Oh, Lloyd, hell, if they make Craven boss, I'll leave.
I'll join you. What's wrong with the department? They want Wentworth burnt down too.
Come on, that's enough of that.
Mrs. Morris has got news on
Hey, Maxwell, is it true what you said before?
Hey, how long's this going to take? I've got to go to the loo.
What, Lou? The bloody thing's stuffed up.
Yeah, and that's another thing. When's the plumber?
Will you not shut up?
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Morris. Obviously, I'm the only person who's worried about Merle.
That's not fair, Kath. Of course we're all worried.
Yeah, she's probably standing on top of a skyscraper swiping a jumbo jet or something.
Simpson.
At least she's not being raped by a pack of screws.
Now,
quiet! That is enough. The governor wishes to speak to you.
On your feet and face the governor.
This way, ladies. Let me start by saying how much we will all miss Mrs. Reynolds. For some reason, she has seen fit to resign her post, and I know we all wish her well. The department has appointed me as her successor.
Quiet!
And until Blackmore is reopened, Mr. Craven will be my deputy. Now, those of you who know me will realize that changes will be made. Those of you who don't, namely our guests from Blackmore, will soon realize that I'm a very easy person to get along with, providing you do one thing: obey all the rules, religiously and strictly to the letter. If you don't, Wentworth will cease to be the pleasant home you've all grown to know and love. That's all I have to say. Carry on, staff. Maxwell, come with me.
At least she doesn't scream and carry on like Craven.
Yeah, so why have I got this funny feeling, like... Oh, I don't know, I'm confused.
I'm not. I'm scared.
I won't need you now, Mr. Craven. Perhaps you'd better change into uniform. You do have a uniform.
For the last 15 years, no.
Oh, I'll take care of it. In the meantime, I want all officers issued with batons and the perimeter guards to carry sidearms.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Craven. Now. All right, a couple of things I want to sort out with you two before we get down to the job. Firstly,
Before you start, Joan, I'd just like to say congratulations. I think you deserve it.
Two things, Mr. Adams. Never interrupt me when I'm speaking and never ever call me Joan. Aside from that, yes, I do deserve it. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
I take it you're still top dog?
Yes?
Good. I want it to stay that way. I also want the shop run as a legitimate enterprise. No loading of prices and no contraband. Understood?
But what does that...
Understood.
Yes. Do you mind if I ask a question?
What is it?
I thought you were doing it for the money. I thought you needed it.
I have what I need.
I haven't. You know why I want that money. It's my future.
Well, now, I'm your future, Maxwell. You watch my back, keep the women in line, and you'll have an easy life.
How am I supposed to do that if I can't give them anything? They'll only perform well if they know there's a reward.
So reward them. Tell them that after much discussion, you were able to persuade me to restore the after-dinner rec period. You'll be a hero.
That's it?
That's it. Wait outside for Mr. Adams. And Maxwell, remember, I'm your future. Any comment on what you just heard, Mr. Adams?
No. Well, I agree, if that's what you mean.
Close enough. There are some who wouldn't agree, though. In fact, there are officers who would disagree with my appointment as governor.
Well, I don't.
So you are to be my ears in the staff room, Mr. Adams. I want to know who those people are.
Yes, Governor. Anything you say.
Anything I say. Yes, that's the way it's going to be from now on, isn't it, Mr. Adams? Anything I say.
What'd she say?
Look, shut up, will you? Let it speak. I'm not going to pretend we haven't got trouble, because we have. Big trouble.
Oh, you didn't have to tell us that.
So what did she say, Kat? She gave us a choice. A quiet, orderly prison, or she'll engage every security measure used at Blackmore and let the Blackmore screws enforce them.
Did you tell her she could stick it?
No, I said we'd do as we're told.
Oh, you're a gutless wonder, Maxwell. What's the good of having a top dog who won't fight for us? Give the job to Reed if you can't.
Give the job to Rita. And we'd have daily cell searches. The shop would be closed. Every single letter that comes into this place would be cut to pieces. Hands up all the Blackmore women. Right, now you tell this lot about the midnight visits. Is that what you want? Do you want to end up like Laurie Wilkinson? I don't.
I'm for Kath.
It won't be easy, but at least we'll be able to sleep at night.
You're going soft, Maxwell. I say we put it to the vote. You or Reed. All those who want Reed back as top dog, raise your hands. Well, come on, what's the matter with you? You all know Reed can beat Ferguson.
And where is she now? In the pound. All eyes for Kat. Thank you. Now, we have to convince Ferguson we're playing it straight. That means no scams and no contraband. But only for a while. Later, when things have calmed down, it'll be business as usual.
You're getting slack, Adams. You're supposed to so stand against the wall.
Shut up, Connors. The governor's here to see you.
Wait outside, Mr. Adams.
But what if she attacks?
Outside. Connors and I are going to have a little chat. I've heard what you lot think about Reynolds. Nice lady, fair. Well, perhaps she is, but that's why she's out and I'm in. I'm no lady, Connors, and every time I've tried to be fair with you lot, I've been kicked in the teeth, so it's not on.
Is there a point to all this? Because I'm getting bored.
The point is, from now on, Wentworth will be a model prison full of model prisoners.
And if it's not?
Oh, if anyone looks like discrediting Wentworth or me, they'll meet with an accident.
Are you serious?
Deadly.
And you've come here to ask me to behave?
I'm not asking you anything. I'm simply telling you that's how things will be from now on.
Fair enough. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't get used to Craven being your deputy because he's a dead man. I'm going to kill him.
You're being stupid.
He killed my brother, Ferguson. He's dead. And if I ever find out you had anything to do with Laurie being raped, it'll be a double funeral. And that's a promise.
Your life, your choice.
And if that woman expects me to walk around armed to the teeth with guns and baton, she's got another thing
guns,
coming.
too.
Well, no, but what's the difference? We may as well be wearing them as far as the women are concerned.
Well, the perimeter guards have got them.
There was a time when you could have a joke with the women, but now...
She'll never learn, will she?
Oh, well, I'm not going to put up with it. I've had a talk with Mervyn and we're both leaving.
Oh, no, Joyce, don't do that. Well, I must admit it's crossed my mind.
Well, I'm not surprised. Who in their right minds would make Craven deputy over you? It is ridiculous.
Yes, Joyce, I agree. But if you all walk out, what's going to happen to the women? They'll be left with the Blackmore staff, and you know what that means.
You see what I mean? They treat you like that, and yet you still worry about them. It is ridiculous.
Oh, and it's going to get worse. I'd say that's up to us, wouldn't you? You're going to fight back, aren't you? Not if everyone's going to leave. I'd like a staff to come back to.
How? I mean, what can you do?
Well, it's just the Board of Appeal, really. But if that fails, I'll go to the press. Be the finish of me, of course, but at least we get Craven and his thugs out of Wentworth.
Let's do it. I love a good fight. What can we do?
Well, I know what I'm going to do. First thing tomorrow, I'm going to ask Wilkinson why she changed her story.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? She was threatened.
Yes, but by whom?
Craven. I don't think even Joan would do that to Lorelei, do you?
No. No. Perhaps you're right.
I'm sorry, Meg, but I don't agree. That woman is capable of anything.
Perhaps. But Meg, be careful. I don't want to sound too dramatic, but Craven's dangerous, very dangerous.
Double punishment on minor charges. 2 weeks loss of phone privileges instead of 1. Implement 25-day solitary confinement as approved by the department. Reintroduce restricted buy-up. Close shop. I don't think I need to read any more.
No, it's pretty simple.
I take it all this happened at Blackmore.
Plus a few things that I wouldn't put in writing. I can fill you in on those later.
No, you won't. You won't be needing that either. Connors will have the women rioting in a week.
I can fix her.
If and when I say so, not a minute before.
You're being stupid, Ferguson. I'm giving you good advice.
This is my prison, Craven. I will run it my way. If you don't like it, get out.
You seem to forget that I put you in that chair.
Correction, I kicked you out of it. And I was able to do that because you left yourself wide open to blackmail. Well, not me, Craven. I am here to stay.
Don't bet on it. That lot'll eat you alive. Do it my way.
Do it your way and I'll be out in a minute. Oh, I agree with everything you've written.
Then let's do it.
No.
Why? Because Connors mightn't like it? She's got you running scared, Ferguson.
She burnt your prison down, Craven. She's not going to do the same to mine.
So what are you going to do? Turn this place into a health camp?
Stick around. You might learn something.
Here comes Lurch. You finished? Yeah. Oi, what are you two up to? Here. Hey? Taste it. Oh, you blood's worth modelling. Where'd you get it?
Bought it from Rolls. Cost a bloody fortune, though.
Oh, Dobby, how much?
I'll forget it next time.
Oh, thanks.
What's the feeling like out there?
Silly bitches. Just because they've got their after-dinner wreck back, they reckon Maxwell's solid gold.
They'll learn.
Up against the wall, Connors. I've just had a talk to Miss Ferguson. She's worried about you, Connors. Really worried. She seems to think all this trouble you're causing is the result of some deep-seated emotional problem.
I see. And you come to bash it out of me, right?
What? Oh? No, no. That's just the anesthetic, Connors. The doctors are waiting outside. Gentlemen.
Hate to tell you, this mate, whoever blocked these toilets knew what they was doing.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Can you do anything about it?
Yeah, no worries. Might take a little longer, that's all. Can you hand me that shifter?
Hey, look how Lurch is going to be
Well, she can't. It's blocked. Take it to the one down below.
Shall I make him, Mr. Adams?
Well, sit her over there and put her head between the legs. Oh, come on, I'll do it. Down.
It looks so complicated. How do you manage it?
Hey, ease up, will you? You'll break your bloody neck.
Just relax.
What?
Relax and take deep breaths.
I can't hear you. You've got your fingers in your ears.
I said relax and take deep breaths.
All right. I can hear you. I'm not deaf.
Beautiful. Not a mark. See how I look after you, Connors? Not a mark.
Bet on it, you bastard. Don't you bet on it.
Who did it? Craven or Ferguson?
Craven and 2 of his hoons.
Oh, that bastard.
Well, you won't get an argument from me. Hey, do us a favour, will you?
What?
Tell the department, don't let that bastard get away with it.
Don't worry, I'll be making a full written report.
No, Ferguson will bury it.
Don't worry, the department will find out. Now, can you stand?
Well, whistle God save the Queen, we'll find out. Oh.
All right, let's get you to the infirmary.
Get what you wanted?
Certainly did.
You wouldn't have a coloured pencil on you, would you?
Got a red biro? What about a blue eyeliner?
Great. Just trying to sort this mess out. How'd you go with the lover boy?
Don't remind me. If he had another brain, it'd be lonely.
Serves you right for being beautiful.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I saw a spider down at the shower block just after you left. Looked like she was up to something.
Who cares? We've got what we want.
You were a bloody lot of help, weren't you?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm supposed to be dying and you buggers nick off and leave me with Adams. He bloody killed me. Hey, reckon we'll be able to get through to Reet?
I think so. See that red line? Yeah. Well, that's the hot water system.
Yeah, where are we?
Well, we're here, and I think that's solitary. As good as a phone.
Hey, what'd you do with me coffee?
I was cold, so I tipped it out.
Oh, no!
Oh, what's the matter, girls?
Nothing. This is a private party, Simpson.
Yeah, I know why, too. You don't have to hide it, Marsh. I've got the original.
How'd you get that?
You're the communications expert, you tell me.
Don't get smart, or I'll take it off you.
No, you got it wrong, Jenkins. You can buy it off me. Take it off me and I might have to have a word to the top dog about it.
Hey, Rita's been bashed. Peggy just got back from the infirmary. She reckons they brought in Rita and there was blood everywhere.
Oh, the rotten bastards! What's the top dog going to do about this, Simpson?
Yeah, let's make her earn her money. Let's ask her.
What the hell's going on? There must be some news about Merle.
None that I know of.
Well, have you tried to
Just
find
wait
out?
a minute, don't use that tone with me.
They can't hear us.
It's got nothing to do with them. Just don't use it, okay? They might guess.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm worried.
Watch your step, Maxwell. There's been another bashing.
Yeah, don't get him upset. He might be getting a taste for it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, God, here we go. You're going to tell us you don't know about it. Reet, some bastard worked her over in the pound.
Yeah, first Laurie gets raped and now this.
Didn't say nothing about this in the brochures. I'd have stayed at Blackmore.
Yeah, we all know who the bash expert is around here, don't we, Adams?
That was a bit stupid, wasn't it?
Well, what'd you expect us to do? Pretend it didn't happen?
Yeah, come on, Maxwell, you're top dog. What happens next?
Bugger the top dog. I reckon we do something
You're
ourselves.
not using your heads. This was bound to happen. For God's sake, you don't attack a bastard like Craven and expect to get away with it. Connor should have known that.
She was sticking up for her mates.
There are other ways of doing it. I've already told you if we use violence, we've had it. What happened to Connors could happen to any one of us.
So what are we supposed to do? Wear it?
Yes.
Oh, you're a piker, Maxwell. We wouldn't let that happen. We'd stick together.
At night, that's when they do it. If we give trouble, they'll give trouble. If we behave, they'll behave. Now, if anyone disagrees with that, I'll step down and give the job to Alice. We wear it.
Now, is that all he said? No mention of what happened in the dining room?
No. Look, I'm telling you the truth.
Keep still.
No one's saying you're not telling the truth.
Then do something. Bloody hell, what do you want? He's kicked me in the next week.
I'm trying to help you, Connors. If I took this report straight to the department, the wrong people could get it and tear it to pieces.
They will anyway.
Not if we're careful. That's what I'm trying to do. So what say we do it my way, eh? Now, did Craven say anything when it was over?
Not to me. He just went mad at the hoons for leaving marks.
It's when they scratched your shoulder with your own fingernails.
Yeah, they reckoned if you looked at my fingernails...
Yeah, I know why they did it.
It was a pity you're not a typical bloody screw then, isn't it? Those other lying bastards
Look,
that have
that kind of
everyone-
talk won't get you anywhere.
Oh, don't bet on it. Laurie's rape, and now this. They've had it. We've got 'em.
You can't count on the rape allegations. It's over.
What the hell are you talking about? She was raped. She's still in hospital, isn't he, Laurie? You still in there?
Finished.
Oh, bloody hell.
She withdrew the charges. It's finished. Officially, there was no rape.
Like hell there wasn't.
Sister.
Laurie, what happened? He got to you, didn't he?
I'm sorry, Reed. I'm awfully sorry.
All right. We'll get the bastard.
Come on, Rita. Now you see why we have to do it my way?
Mr. Adams tells me you had a little accident, Connors.
Yeah, I accidentally bumped into a screw's fist about 100 times.
You've examined her?
Yes.
Self-inflicted or not?
Well, scratches on the shoulder are, but the others it's a bit difficult
I
to
don't
tell.
think so.
You need to be medically qualified to offer an opinion like that, Mr. Jackson. All right, Connors. Who was it? Mr. Craven? He seems to be the popular choice.
You know what you can do with your Cupid doll, don't you?
I want proof, sister. I will not have my staff being accused.
That's not what's happening, Miss Ferguson. I saw the marks.
Then
and-
thank your lucky stars you weren't blamed. It won't work, you know, Connors. My prison is run on facts. Cold, hard facts. Now, I want those cards recalled. Yeah, anything with Anne Reynolds' signature on is to be reissued by tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Do me a favour. Don't send for me. I'm not used to it.
Get used to it. Read this.
What is it?
It's an entry in my day report book. It says that Rita Connors was bashed in solitary confinement. I have every reason to suspect you.
Bashed, eh? Sure she didn't dream it.
Don't be a fool, Craven. I told you not to touch her without my say-so.
And when would that be, Ferguson? Never? You're so scared of Connors, it's a wonder you don't ever put up for parole.
While you're in Wentworth, you'll do as I say. If you don't, I'll have you busted, and that's a promise.
Yeah? Well, you wanted Connors fixed, and I fixed her, okay?
I didn't say that you were...
You didn't have to say anything, Ferguson. And don't play the sanctimonious screw with me. I've heard you're pretty handy with your fist, too.
But I don't leave evidence.
Neither did I. You're saying she was marked.
Yes, I am. So is Sister Hall and Marty Jackson.
Self-inflicted, eh? Connors must be getting desperate to pull that one. She's finished, Ferguson. You won't be needing this. You can just buy me a drink sometime.
Don't hold your breath, Craven. If anything goes wrong, a report will go to the department.
Hey! Lisa, it's only a dream.
Wait, you've been hurt, haven't you?
Wait, take more than Craven to slow me down.
But I heard Sister Holt say that you...
So put on. Stop worrying, okay?
Wait, what's happening? Mrs. Reynolds has gone, hasn't she?
Yeah. Craven and the freak are doing a double act. They're not getting many laughs, though.
It's my fault. I lied about what happened to me.
I know, love.
He found out about Zoe. And he said that I couldn't fight that, Rita. I couldn't fight that.
Boy. He's a real sweetheart, isn't he?
Every time I go to sleep, I dream that he's in this room.
Well, he won't be trying anything like that. Not with the two of us.
He did bash you, didn't he?
Him and two of his hoons. Real experts. They didn't leave a mark on me.
Your face.
I did that myself. Hey, if you ever want to feel a real deal, just sit on your bed and punch yourself in the face for a while.
They believe you?
I doubt it. But that doesn't matter, because that's not the reason I did it.
Reed, when the department finds out about Craven, I tell you what...
Craven's not going to find out. No one's going to touch Craven but me. He is mine. And this is the best place I can think of to get him.
Well, that does it. I'm not taking you overseas with all this bomb business going on.
Oh dear, and I had the bags all packed. You're mad, Mum. You always say that.
You want the jobs they get paid, son?
And you always say that.
Well, you're going to have to start earning your keep sometime. Worked out what you're going to be yet?
Deep sea diver, wasn't it, love? No, changed me mind.
Oh, what's it going to be now?
I'm going to be a criminal, like Merle.
Who's Merle?
Merle, pictures on the front page.
Struth. I'd back her against the Sydney Swans any day. Have a look, love.
I don't know. I think she's got rather a kind face.
It's sad, really.
She's me mate. I'm finished eating. Can I go and play with her?
You said you wanted more stew.
Yeah, it's for Merle. Can she have some bread too? She'll be real hungry.
All right. You bring back that plate.
Yeah, I will.
Jelly Man, Captain Marvellous, and now Merle. I think we're going to have to get a bigger shed, love.
So this attack took place at 3:30, is that correct?
Yes. Connor said that she heard the garbage truck arrive just before Mr. Craven entered. According to the gate guard, that was at 3:25.
And you're prepared to put your career on the line, are you, boy?
I don't think it'll come to that, Mr. Craven. Everything in that report is true.
How do you know?
When I found her, she was hardly in any fit condition to make up an elaborate story like that.
I was in uniform when the hangman had a job, boy, and they were still lying as they fell through the trap. So don't tell me about condition.
It'll do, Mr. Craven. I can't stop you sending this report, Jackson, but I would strongly advise against it. Mr. Craven and Mr. Stark were in this office from 3:20 till 3:45, filling out transfer forms for 2 of the male prisoners. It's on record, Mr. Jackson.
It can't be.
Well, it bloody is, boy. So who's lying? You, your girlfriend, the gate guard, or the governor? I'd suggest you don't say the governor, boy, or that'll really hit your career on the head.
Do anything like that again, Craven, and I'll destroy you.
Honest, Mel, there aren't any jails in the book.
There's gotta be, because I seen Mrs. Morris answer the phone in reception. Hey, hold on. Would your mum know how to phone him? Tommy?
Oh, gee, Mel, I don't want you to call.
Why not?
Because you'll tell him where you are and then you'll have to go back.
But I gotta let Kath know I'm okay. She'll be worried because she's me mate.
Thought I was your mate.
Tell you what, you call.
Me?
Yeah, because I might forget and tell them where I am. You tell them to tell Kath that I'm okay and... We haven't even got the number.
Oh. Well, in that case, I'll just ring information.
Oh, yeah.
Filling out another fake report, are we?
Come here, Rodney.
No.
Your overtime sheet, you've got to sign it or else it won't go to head office. Who told you about the report?
I met Mr. Craven in the staff room.
Mr. Craven?
Yeah, the guy's a real pro, isn't he? Seen the way the women get out of his way in the corridor? They're scared.
Your real hero, eh, Rod?
Well, he is the boss of the toughest prison in the country.
Yeah, well, guess who made it tough? Oh, forget it, you're a bloody idiot.
I'm on the winning side, though. Wentworth Detention Centre? No, I'm afraid Maxwell can't come to the phone.
Well, can I leave a message for her? It's from Mel Jones.
Mel Jones, eh? OK, kid, go on.
Well, just tell her Mel said she's okay.
And tell her not to worry.
Yeah, and tell her not to worry.
Mel said she's OK and not to worry. That it? OK, thank you.
Hey, don't... Oh, you idiot.
Calm down, it's just a crank. I wish I had $1 for every phone call we've had since a photo's been in the paper.
And how many of them knew that Maxwell was Merle's friend?
Oh, no.
No, Sergeant, that was all that was said. Then the boy hung up. Oh, difficult to tell. Mr. Adams seems to think he was about 7 years old. Yes, certainly, Sergeant. Thank you.
Well, the kid would have hung up anyway. I mean, he was hardly going to give me his address, was he?
He was a child, Adams. Didn't it ever occur to you to try and trick him out of it? Oh, of course not. What am I thinking of? You're no mental match for a 7-year-old.
Look, I'm not going to wear that. I was smart enough when you wanted me to bring contraband into the place. And what about asking me to spy on the staff? I mean, how good would that look if it got out?
Got out? Good God, it's fighting back.
Well, no, I'm not. It's just that
I think we've got something on the governor, do we? Think we're on a good thing, is that it?
No.
Then what is it, Adams? What possible excuse could you have for talking back?
Well, it's just that I'm always the one who's wrong, and I'm not. Well, not all the time.
Oh, get out of here.
What time is it, Laurie?
5:36.
A bit after, I reckon. 2 screws in the dining room, 1 in reception, 2 in the dorm area, and I reckon Craven will be taking his break in the staff room. Does that sound right?
Wait.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, but what are you going to do?
I'm going to kill Craven. Well?
Someone has to.
Yeah.
I want to help. I want to make sure that nothing happens.
You can help. But you must stay in bed. You've got to promise me.
Drop the tray.
Sister Hall!
Laurie, you all right?
Don't worry, I'll pick it all up. I'm going into the examination room, and you're going to call reception. And you're going to say just what I want you to say.
Better smarten up on the typewriter, boy. Never know when you'll be looking for a job.
Good night, Mr. Craven. Mr. Craven, don't forget to sign out. You'll only have to ask the gate guards to send you back. Reception? Yes, he is. Hang on. Sister Hall would like to see you in the infirmary.
Tomorrow.
She seemed a bit worried. Said that Lorelei Wilkinson was saying some very strange things under sedation. He's on his way.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry about this, sister. You're going to have to spend some time in here with Laurie.
Anyone coming?
No. Need any help?
Not yet. What'd we get up to?
Stink bombing kitchen.
Don't know about the kitchen. Don't want Mervyn spitting the dummy.
God, no, we'd starve to death. What else?
Don't know. Depends on who's mustard where. We could knock out the workshop.
How?
Oil on the floor. One of those gallon tins will do the trick.
Just so long as I'm not the one who has to clean it up.
Doesn't matter as long as it's out of action. Come here, quick. Put your finger on that.
Got it.
Yeah, we can use the plans we got from Loverboy to knock off the hot water.
Yeah. Hey, what about the fire alarm?
Oh, good idea.
Jeez, we're going to be busy.
Who cares as long as the freak's upset? Benito.
Quick, come on, let's get out of here before we get caught.
Sister?
She couldn't make it.
You missed your chance, Connors. You should have done it while my back was turned.
Oh, no way. I want to see your face when it happens.
You want me to tell you how many times I've been through this sort of thing?
I know. You must be getting pretty sick of it. So I'll make sure this is your last.
All right. Who goes first?
She wouldn't hurt you, sister. She wouldn't. She wouldn't hurt you.
You're a fool, Connors. One way or another, you'll die in this place.
As long as you die before me, I couldn't care less. You destroyed people, Craven. You destroyed my brother. You destroyed Laurie, and now you want to destroy a kid.
A deal? I'll give you a deal.
Stick your guns. I'm gonna kill you.
What's so special about Wilkinson, anyway? He's only a slut, you know that. That kid of hers is no better. She'll be on her back earning dope money by the time she's 12. Okay, Connors. It's up to you whether she lives or dies.
We had the bastard.
Get on the phone and call reception. Get on the phone!
I'm sorry, Rita. I'm awfully sorry.
Could have killed you, Connors, you know that.
Don't talk, just get her inside.
Oh, changed your mind about her, have you?
Open the door.
That's government property, Connors. I think you're in enough trouble without having to...
Mr. Adams.
Ferguson's right. You're just as bad as your mother.
This place will collapse the minute I leave. You couldn't control a fowl house, Ferguson.
Why don't you let me know when you're ready to talk, Craven?
Why the hell did you do it? Why would anybody leave two prisoners like Wilkinson and Connors without a guard? What are you trying to do, get somebody killed?
I can't hold your hand all the time. If you're stupid enough to fall for a trick like that, you deserve everything you get.
They should have been under guard.
If it hadn't been for you, they wouldn't have been in the hospital in the first place.
She has to go, you know that, don't you? If she doesn't, she's going to bring this place, your prison, down around your ears.
Oh, so now we're looking after me, are we?
I'm looking after both of us. Do you want me to tell you what'll happen if you let Connors live?
She's in solitary, Craven. Dead bodies are very difficult to explain away in solitary, or hadn't you heard?
Then we'll move her down with the other women.
No, forget it.
We've got to. If she talks to the right people, we're done.
We're not killing Connors.
All right. Then let me have some time with her alone. We can use the punishment cell that Reynolds set up. When she complains about being bashed, we can blame it on the other prisoners.
You think you can do it?
I wrote the book.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Bailey. I simply don't have any medication for her. We've had some trouble here and... But it's simply not true. Now, don't take any notice of her. She'll be perfectly all right until the morning. I'm sorry, I have to go. Lorelei, get back to bed.
Sister, no one will tell me about Rita.
Now,
How
don't
is she?
you worry yourself about her. Get back to bed.
And if she's in trouble, I want to know.
Of course she's in trouble now. Come on.
Nobody understands what she's doing.
I know what you're doing. You're being very difficult.
No, I'm trying to help her.
Now, listen, if I don't see a marked improvement in the next few hours, you're not going back to your dorm in the morning. Do you understand?
Sister, what do you think of Craven?
He knew how to handle Connors.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, as a person, what kind of a man do you think he is?
What's that got to do with anything?
Please, I want to know.
Well, he's always been pleasant to me. You can only take people as you find them, can't you? Now, you rest.
Pleasant. Nobody understands what's going on in this place.
Why was I taken out of the pound?
Because the governor said so. Now shut up.
There's a reason, you know that, don't you?
Connors, you were told to shut up.
It's all right, Mr. Adams. I'll handle it.
Listen, can I talk to you? It's important.
No, you can't. Now move.
Mr. Adams, I want to speak to you about that overtime sheet you signed.
Are you mad? What the hell are you talking about that for?
You've claimed for 11 hours more than you worked.
Yeah. Well, why the hell are we talking about it now, for God's sake?
Because Connors wants to talk to me and you're going by the book.
So?
So if you don't bugger off for a few minutes, I'll go by the book and submit a fraudulent payment report. You know what the department would think of that.
You're joking. That was a mistake.
Prove it.
We'll wait round the corner.
Listen, I won't muck around. Craven's trying to kill me.
Come on, he might be a bash artist, but you're talking about murder.
Then why did he take me out of solitary?
I won't buy that.
He can't kill me in solitary. It's too hard to explain. Down here, he can blame it on the other women.
So what do you want me to do about it?
I want you to tell the department. Then tell him you've told him. He wouldn't try anything then.
They'd just laugh at us. For God's sake, you're the one who tried to kill him, not the other way around. He'd come out looking like a martyr.
He's trying to kill me!
Look, if we don't hurry up, they'll start asking questions.
I think you're wrong, but give me time to think about it.
Come on, Connors.
Hey, lads!
Shut
Can
up!
you hear me?
I'm warning you.
Is that you? They're taking me off to the punishment cell! Craven's after me, so if you hear anything, start yelling!
Why? What happened?
Just do it!
Spike, what are we going to do?
Just what she said. We'll do it in 3-hour shifts, okay?
Right. Lisa and me will take the first. Jeez, wonder what happened. Reed sounded real worried.
All right, Connors, you know the score. This is a punishment cell. There'll be no communication of any kind. Anyone found passing you any goods will be...
Mr. Adams, she knows the score.
Listen, I'm getting a bit sick of this, mate.
I'm sorry, Mr. Adams. Perhaps we should discuss it after I've sent that report to the department. If it'll make you feel any easier, I'll stay in the building until Craven leaves.
Hey, Spike! Someone out there?
Relax, it's only Roddy and Mr. Jackson, right, Mr. Jackson?
Settle down, ladies.
I don't think your friends heard me, Connors. You know it has to happen, don't you? You're gonna die. And you're gonna die in this cell. Or not now. But it'll happen.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the when morning comes around.